This will make a woman afraid of you.
There's a lot of lonely men in the world. And
True.
I'm gonna change that right now by revealing the secret technique that's 100% guaranteed to get you an intimate relationship immediately.
Guys, get your notebooks, get your pencil, write it all down. You're not gonna be maidenless after this.
You will be irresistible to women. Is your game weak? Is your riz falling on deaf ears? Well, that's a thing of the past, Buster. Throw out everything you thought you knew about romance. I'm overwriting it right now with this cheat code with women.
You can talk to a woman for 5-10 hours, you can talk about any goddamn thing, nothing's going to change unless your intention is there. And that's one of the things that most people miss, is the intention. So what I mean that is, if you're talking to a woman and you're like, oh, what's your name? And you're not looking at her, you know, you're not giving her that intention that I want to fuck you, then it's just a normal conversation.
Wait, what? That escalated quickly. Calm down, buddy.
Between two people. It's like when you go for a job interview, somebody asks you 500 questions, you don't get turned on, you don't go home and masturbate like, oh my god.
What's with all of this wording? Jeez.
Somebody asked me 50 questions, so I need to, you know.
It truly is just that simple. The solution was right under our nose the entire time, staring us in the face. Have any of you ever tried going up to a stranger saying, "Salutations, I'd like to fuck you," to see where it gets you? Because I'll...
It certainly works, right? Do not try this, guys, please. I don't want to see a massive drop in milkers in my chat, because they're all arrested.
tell you where it gets you. In bed with them. Or in jail behind bars. But sometimes, that's a risk you gotta be willing to take. You all know how much I love pickup artist content. I stumbled upon this earlier today and it had a huge smile on my face. They talk about like having a conversation with a woman like it's the worst thing in the world. Like if you haven't made your intentions clear about just wanting to fuck, then all you're doing is engaging in a conversation with a girl.
Yeah, why would you want to do that, right? Ew, girls, ew.
Ew. Yuck. It's of paramount importance to spit it right in her face that you are there to fuck. That is your intention, and you need to make it clear in no uncertain terms. Otherwise, it's just like a job interview, and you don't go to a job interview and then go home and masturbate because you got asked a bunch of questions. No. Patooey.
That's what it is.
She's definitely gonna get very turned on if you go, hey, I'd like to fuck you. Definitely gonna work.
Yes, we're trying to differentiate from that. We don't want this to be just another platonic conversation where two people talk for 20 minutes but nobody feels turned on or nobody feels attraction for the other person. And the
Bruh, you're not gonna feel turned on by talking to anyone for 20 minutes. Doesn't matter what happened, unless you find that person attractive. There's nothing you can do to change that.
The only time that will change is if your intention is communicated to them. Now, some people...
You want to know the quickest way to ensure that the conversation ends on the spot with no attraction? Try just saying, "I want to fuck you," to a complete stranger. You're either getting maced, slapped, or the cops are getting called on you instantly. Like, they'll throw your ass out of the bar like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon where they literally kick you out and you just like skid across the ground with your fucking ass in the air. It is
so true. Don't try that, guys.
The worst possible approach to just go up to someone and say that. Greetings. Sex?
With the smile is important, guys. The smile is the important part. Look, how could you deny that? Look at his face. You would never.
Maybe. Pickup artists are always so interesting to me because it seems like you can just say the most nonsensical shit ever and dudes will buy into it and pay you for the privilege of hearing the worst advice ever.
That's the worst part, right? These guys get money with it. I find this so sad. Guys, never throw money at pickup artists, please. That's such a huge scam.
That will probably land them on a watch list somewhere. Like, I bet I could convince dudes that a good pickup approach is to go up to a woman and say something like, "Hey, I'm not weird, and I'll prove it. I got your nose." You reach out and do this with your hand.
Hey, yo, no kidding though. I would find that super funny.
And then it'll pique her curiosity, because the female mind is always, you know, very inquisitive. She'll ask, "What are you doing with my nose?" And
What are you I do have a nose. It's very small, but it's here. Okay? How dare you say that I don't have a nose?
And that's when you say, I'll give it back if we have sex.
Guaranteed to work, guys. 10 out of 10. Never failed.
Guarantee someone would think that's a good idea. It's so sad how easy it is to take advantage of gullible, desperate men. You don't even need to look like an alpha male Chad
So
Thundercock.
true.
Like, we just looked at the Reddit mod pickup artist who's giving lessons on TikTok for like $3,000 seminars.
What? 3K? Holy shit. Oh my god. I am so sad for the people that pay for this. Holy shit. That must be such a profitable scam. Jesus.
And that guy is legitimately a Discord moderator, and he looks like it too. You can smell him through the screen, and yet he has clients paying him money for the worst advice ever. One of his cursed techniques that he tried to convey was that you put on a glove and then put your finger inside of her and start raking. And people were like, genius!
What? Wait,
That's the one, that's why I'm not getting any girls. I haven't tried that. I'm gonna start putting gloves on to meet them. It's just pure lunacy and degeneracy now.
Jesus.
If you really wanted to get laid, all you have to do is start drinking Gamersups and using code MOIST at gamersups.gg. The flavors are so good, it's
True,
going to
true.
make you more confident,
You need
more
the best
attractive,
waifu code.
and just legitimately a better man that women are going to fall in love with. My favorite flavor from Gamersups right now is lean. It was titty milk for the longest time, but recently I've been converted to the lean House of Discipline here. That flavor goes insano style. I really like it a lot. So yeah, code MOIST at gamersups.gg. Check it out.
In my mind, makes all the difference is one, you need to be dominating. Second, you need to be invading their space. But this is the problem. Most people will not let you invade their space unless they're comfortable with you. So your goal is to continue to invade their space in a manner that's okay for them. So for instance, if I just come here and do this, you'll be like, what the fuck is this guy?
you know, I like how this guy on the right is just here for demonstration purposes. He's not doing anything. He's not saying anything. He just stands there. He just stands there and gets grabbed by this other dude.
Doing.
He treats conversations with women like it's a game of Civilization 5 where he's just trying to keep taking away parts of their space. It's so weird to see people think this way. Your goal when talking to a woman is to constantly be trying to figure out how to make her just comfortable enough where I can go in there and start honking on her titties.
You're probably not gonna be able to do any honka honka when you're talking with them for the first time. Don't even go for that, please. You're gonna get the cops called on you.
And I love that his optimal method for reaching that level of comfortability is to just say he wants to fuck. Like, I can already picture this. Just screaming from across the bar. Excuse me, milady. I am approaching you with sexual intent. The following conversation is designed to end with my wiener in your mouth. Now, man.
Oh my god, it's fucking AI generated flirting. That's how I picture ChatGPT flirting with someone.
Invade your personal space? Hey, it's good to see you.
And then say. So for instance, if I want to ask her name, I could ask her name, what's your name? Okay, it's not sexual at all. But now if I say, I want to fuck you, what's your name?
No way!
All of a sudden my tonality changes, all of a sudden the way I make eye contact.
His tonality didn't change. Don't even. Your tone was exactly the same. You just said I wanna fuck you in exactly the same tone. Come on.
Changes. So
And all of a sudden, her level of panic and fear changes, where now she's in fight or flight mode because you are a creep.
Definitely.
You are a weirdo who is scaring whoever you do this to. I want to fuck. What's your name?
Who came up with this idea? They surely never used it to anyone. I feel like these guys, these pickup artists, they just need like constantly new ideas so people keep buying on them. So they just start going for like really absurd stuff like
It's almost like the rock bottom scene in SpongeBob. I can't understand your accent, but in this case, instead of the it's I want to fuck you. What's your name? I want to fuck you. Where'd you come from? I want to fuck you. What do I have to do to fuck you?
That's so great.
I'll do that again on the camera so they can see my expressions. If I just say, what's your name? There is nothing that communicates that I'm attracted to you. But if I say, I really want to fuck you. What's your name?
He put a really in there this time. I really wanna fuck you.
All of a sudden, my facial expressions changes, my tonality changes.
They're gonna hypnotize you. I wanna fuck you. I wanna fuck you. It's like if I say many times, you're gonna sub to Milky. You're gonna sub to Milky. At some point, you're gonna press the subscribe button. It works, right? It sure works.
And I'm running the other way. Doing it right at the camera, you could really feel just how awful this would be to experience. Just having this complete stranger come up to you and say, I want to fuck you, what's your name? Like, that's alarming. Pretty much everyone is on edge after that. If anyone even hears you do that, they're looking over their shoulder and getting ready to call for some help.
So true. It sounds like, I don't know. This sounds like the kind of stuff a fucking psychopath would do, you know? Yeah, like he wants to fuck me and probably murder me after it.
That's like yelling bomb in an airport. Just coming up to someone saying, I want to fuck you, what's your name? Everyone's weirded out by that. I have to imagine this guy has never actually done that in his life. Maybe he just hates the students that sign up for his class, so he's trying his best to ruin their life. Because that is horrible, horrible advice.
And that subcommunicates the whole sexual energy, the sexual tone, and the brain starts to process there is something more going on than somebody just asking my name.
Brother, you don't have to vocalize every thought and intention during a conversation. I'm sure if you're only there for sex, that intention will be communicated through the way that you talk to the person.
So true, so true.
You don't have to just shout it, I just want sex! What's your name?
You know, and that's why when you're talking to them, instead of just having that conversation, oh, where are you from? Oh, that's cool. What do you do? Oh, that's cool. It should be almost be like, where are you from? You know, I want to have sex with you. Where are you from? You know.
No, he's actually telling you to spam it. That's so scary, dude. You're never gonna get to the spamming part. The first time you're saying it, they're gonna run away already.
I want to take you home. Tell me more about you. You know, I want to fuck you right now. What flight did you take from Denver to coming here?
What flight
What?
did you take from Denver to come here? Did you take the Cock Meat Express? 'Cause I can give you a ride on that one as well for the departing flight. We've got plenty of time. He prefaces each question he asks a woman with, I want to have sex with you. Where are you from? Hey, I want to get you back to my place so we can steam ham. You dog or cat person. Look, I want to mash pissers and nothing else. I just want to fuck you. So what kind of food do you like to eat? What's your favorite movie?
And that will, you know, right now, even though I'm speaking very fast, it's not coming out right, but that intention is what's going to make them feel, okay, this is not just some guy interviewing me. He has an intention, he has an agenda, and that intention has to be conveyed to them.
I'm pretty sure that's like the last possible intention you'd ever want to convey to someone, that you just want to fuck them by any means necessary. That's scary. That is creepy. Weird. I don't think that's a positive thing that he's trying to portray it as. But
Like, there's nothing wrong. If you legit just wanna fuck people, nothing wrong with that, you know? But you shouldn't approach them like that. Definitely not. Even if you're literally just after a quick fuck or something. It's a human being, you know? You're a human being too. That's just so weird.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is extremely effective. I doubt it, but I guess it could be. He is the expert after all. But I had to share this. This had me giggling just at the thought of going up to strangers and starting the conversations like this. So I had to share it with all of you. That's really about it. See ya.
Thank you, Charlie.